How's it going, guys? Reedy here. What another pre-match show we've got today. Obviously, we've got Arsenal tomorrow. Let's just get into it. We've got a lot of topics to talk about: injuries, team news, score, all that stuff. Get your comments in. We will get into all your comments as we get into the show. So yeah, let's get straight into it.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So guys, how are you all doing? Appreciate you coming in again on a Friday night show with Reedy, myself, for another pre-match show ahead of the games. Jaffrey, welcome, mate. So topics today, we are going to be talking about injuries. I do have Babs in the Arsenal side of the story. Are you ready to come in, mate?
Yes, mate.
Yes, how you doing, mate?
I am all good, mate. I'm excited for tomorrow.
Are you? Are you a bit, or are you more scared than excited?
Oh, there's nothing to be scared about.
Ah, okay. So obviously, just begin with injury-based stuff. I've heard that we've had a few injuries out. Have you got any new injuries coming into tomorrow's game?
Ben White's a doubt. Tierney, potentially. I think Tierney's a bigger doubt, but Ben White has had an illness. So, yeah, Ben White's the brand new doubt for this game.
Okay. So yeah, with us, we've got Pereira. Looked like a bit of a doubt for us on the right wing back side of it. Perez had a knock against Brentford, I think, so he's out as well. But then again, we don't really use the wingers with the formation kind of style we are playing at the moment with the three at the back. With the style that we're playing at the moment, is there anything you're more scared about? Because obviously we're not playing more winger based, we're playing more two striker, centre attack, mid sort of style of football.
Yeah, 100%. Because if we are to play holding next to Gabriel, up against Vardy and Iheanacho, that could cause issues. So that definitely is a fear. And also, when it comes to playing up against a back three, which I think that's what Leicester play, Arsenal have struggled in the past in terms of pressing the back three, but that Villa game was the first one we've actually gone against a team that plays that formation and actually taken it to them. So, yeah, there is a bit of fear. Like, look, Leicester are a good team, so there's a respect there as well. But I am just excited for the test to see like where the younger Arsenal players are, and it's going to be a good game because obviously your fans are going to be up for it. I think it's the 3 year for Vichai, so yeah, your players will be up for it, your fans will be up for it. So I want to see how our dressing room reacts to that situation.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, we're both in the same. Both clubs are in the same sort of boat. Obviously, we doesn't have the best of starts. Obviously, I know you had a lot worse start than we did, but coming into it now, we've both got a bit of a better form coming into this, and that even I'm scared. Normally, I wouldn't say I'm that scared against an Arsenal side, but now with the form you're in, I don't think you've lost in about 5 or 6 games. So both sides are really going to be going for it tomorrow, I think. But we've got Matthew Pond saying, "Evening, how am I doing? I am good." I'm sure Babs is as well. Andy says Vardy loves scoring against Arsenal. Yes, he does. Of course, he does. And I heard if he does get a brace tomorrow, he could be the top goal scorer against Arsenal. I think
potentially. I think the highest was Wayne Rooney. So
yeah,
he could do. I think Rooney had 10 against Arsenal or something like that.
But yeah, like I say, we know Vardy loves to score against you. You never know. Daka might start. We don't know, but I'm like I say, I don't think Vardy will be dropped against you lot tomorrow. I just can't see it. Pauline, welcome. Appreciate you coming back in. So yeah, going on to team lineups and whatnot. I've put down Arsenal front four because recently they have been a lot better than. Oh, sorry. Last year, Aubameyang couldn't really score, and this season you've got the whole front four looking like they're going to score. So, who's your main threat for tomorrow? Obviously, I know you've got Aubameyang, but I've seen Lacazette's coming into the fold a bit as well.
Yeah. So, look, you're right. In terms of our front four, normally you'd have Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, and Aubameyang. But in the last game against Aston Villa, Arteta dropped in Lacazette, and it was almost like a 4-4-2, but it was more of a 4-2-3-1. And I think this will be similar, because Lacazette came into that game, and I'm not sure if you watched it, but he was on fire, and he was pressing, and he gave this energy to the other players that Odegaard just hasn't been given recently. So regardless though, even if we don't start like Odegaard, that means he's off the bench. That means we've got Martinelli, Odegaard, Pepe to come off the bench as well. So we've got options. But I do think the front four will be Lacazette as a 10, Smith Rowe and Saka as the wingers, and Aubameyang down the middle.
And say it's like I say with them front four that you've got. Like I say, last season I wasn't as scared about, because you know that there wasn't really a threat there. But now they've got a bit more of a momentum going. You've got a base team going. So I said to people last year, the reason why we've not played well to start this season is because we've always had to swap and change all the players out because of injuries and whatnot. That once you've got full 11, you have the same 11 for a few games in a row. You start to build a bit of something going, and how the momentum builds just shows into the team lineup. But obviously, I'm guessing that's how you're playing. Obviously, there's even Tomiyasu, I think, who plays right back for you. Yeah. He's come in and completely bossed it since he's been coming in.
I think the attack is more dangerous because of the defence. We've got players there to build off now, and the players are confident going forwards because they know if we attack, there's players behind us that we can trust. Whereas in the past, there's been a reluctance to go forwards because if they go too over the top, there's like, what about behind us? These players are vulnerable. So I think that definitely plays a part as well.
Yeah. Who else coming in? We've got Fee coming in. Appreciate you coming in as well. Oddfish just asked you a question as well, saying about the bug at Arsenal camp. He's already said about, is it Ben White having it? Do we know? Maybe I'm guessing he's not been training with the main squad because of maybe COVID-related issues.
It's not a COVID-related issue because he started against Leeds United and he played the first half and he was very good. And then he got taken off in the second half, 5 minutes into it, and it wasn't a muscular injury, so it definitely was the bug. Arteta after the game confirmed that, and then today in his press conference, he's kind of reaffirmed the Arsenal fans that it's still a bug. But he said he wasn't training, but then also just released, literally right now, a training video which has Ben White training. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's mind games. Maybe he's saying he's not fit, but he actually is fit, because from the video, you can clearly see he's fit, and he's training with the first team.
Okay, and from your back four, who would you say is your, or back 4/5? I don't know how you would say tomorrow. Who's your most? Who would you say your best defender is at the moment?
Best defender right now is Gabriel, but it's all equal. Like it's not like a massive gap either way. There's no weaknesses as of right now. But the only thing you would say is with Tierney not being fully fit, you're going to see Nuno Tavares start, who I believe was linked to Leicester. I'm not sure about that, but he will start at left back over Tierney because of an injury. Then that means that he could be a potential weak point. But against Aston Villa, he was on fire. He's a really good physical player. He's really good technically, but because he's so young, I think he's 21, he's very rash sometimes, and he's new to the league as well. But the best defender is Gabriel, but to be fair, Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Ben White, they're all pretty decent right now.
Like I say, as you said with Ramsdale, everyone was thinking 20, was it 25 or 35 million that you bought him for? People were saying, why would you buy a player who's just got relegated, twice, I think, or I don't know how it worked, but now he's looking like one of the best keepers you've probably, even like you lost Martinez and you still replaced him with.
Yeah. Now the key is kicking, man. The key, we needed a keeper who is confident with his feet, and I wouldn't expect it from a Sheffield United goalkeeper, but he's coming and he showed us like he can kick the ball. And to be fair, he did show it in stints at Bournemouth, who used to play out the back, but Sheffield United were persistent. They wanted £40 million for him, and we were like, £40 million for Ramsdale. And looking back at it, maybe they had a point here, because he's not a bad goalkeeper by any means.
No, he's not. And like I say, even just that, just for me, Kasper Schmeichel, don't get me wrong, he's a brilliant shot stopper, but kicking wise, he's just a bit off the touch with it for me. What's your thoughts on Kasper Schmeichel at the moment? Do you rate him as highly as people say they do, or?
I think he's a good goalkeeper. I've got nothing against him, and I think his kicking isn't the best, but I think that's less down to his ability, but more down to like he's just old school. He's part of the last generation of keepers before that. You've got now the Edisons, the Alissons, and players like that. So I've got nothing against him as a keeper. I think he's a bit like Bernd Leno, where Leno's a great keeper when it comes to saves and reactions, but when it comes to kicking out the back, it's just not part of the game. You got to accept that. But I do think he's a top goalkeeper, and I mean, he's won a Premier League title, so there's nothing against that either.
Yeah, and like I say, with our defence, obviously, as you know, we've been playing three at the back with two more wing backs, kind of full back kind of style of play. And I think one player for me anyway is Amarty. I don't think he's had a step wrong in this season at the moment. Maybe West Ham is an off one, but everyone played bad in there. But for me, Amarty's coming in probably one of our better defenders. Obviously, we're losing Fofana, James Justin, maybe Ricardo Pereira. We've got to be quite strong at the back against you lot. So Amarty's another one there where I think he probably will start unless we go back to a 4 at the back. But I just can't see it happening with the way we're playing at the moment. So any thoughts on Amarty for you? I'm guessing you don't see him as highly as people think they are. But
No, I love him, man. I love him. What he did, that Chelsea logo was beautiful. Ever since that FA Cup final, he's always been a cult hero for me. But no, I've not watched him play often. Did he start against Arsenal last year, or did he come off the bench? I'm not quite sure. I think he might have started against us in the Carabao Cup, where he played you. The
problem with Amarty was obviously I don't know how many years back he actually had a really bad injury on the pitch, and he broke his leg, and he didn't ever get back in after Brendan Rodgers came in. But now obviously we are losing defenders all over the place with injuries. He's starting to come back in the squad, and now he doesn't not get in the side.
He's important because does he play as a left centre back in the back three or the right centre back?
The right centre back.
So he's going to be up against Arsenal's left winger, which will be Smith Rowe, and that's very important because Smith Rowe right now is our best player. As on form right now, he's him and Aubameyang, but Smith Rowe on the ball, him running into the half spaces, which is where obviously Amarty is going to be now. It's really important to see how he copes with Smith Rowe, but Smith Rowe is 21, so I expect him to be inconsistent at this age. But as of right now, he's putting in some very decent performances. So I think Amarty versus Smith Rowe would definitely be a good battle.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because I could say the top 4, like I said already. Just Smith Rowe alone's one of been outstanding players this season. So someone like Amarty will need to be at the top of his game to kind of stop what he does, really. But Maz, I appreciate you coming in as well. There is another comment here from Andy saying Xhaka must be due a red card. Is he a starter or is he injured as well? Or
he's not even he's out till the start of 2022. So he's not going to be.
Okay.
But you say that Xhaka is very important, and Arsenal will miss him. I know that, Xhaka's looked at a weird way, but I watch him week in, week out, and I don't think he's the long-term answer. Next to Partey's a better player next to Xhaka. So, when you've got an inexperienced player like Albert Sambi Lokonga next to Partey, you've got just that lack of balance sometimes. But to be fair to those, against Villa, they bossed it. But that's Aston Villa now. This is a better team, Leicester. But to be fair to you guys as well, you don't have Ndidi fit. So, I don't know how you guys cope with that lack of defensive midfielder. Maybe Amarty comes in at times.
But we have got the new signing, Soumare from Lille.
Yeah.
And he's been absolutely outstanding since Ndidi's been injured. And also, we've also got Chowdhury who played in the Cup. Was it Wednesday? But I'd say both players can do the job. Yes, he's not to the standard of Ndidi, but any of them can still do that sort of job. Like I say, the past 2 seasons, we've never had that sort of backup. I think I saw stats of when Ndidi wasn't in the squad, we weren't winning games. So I know what you mean, but we have now got backup Bakary Soumare to hopefully combat your Partey and all that as well. But obviously going on to the midfield, Partey, is he going to be starting for you or?
Yeah, 100%. Partey will start. Sambi will start. I mean, I'd be surprised if he started El Neni, because El Neni's just obviously not on the same level with Sambi, but he is more defensively assured. So maybe to pay respect to Leicester and your front three, he might play El Neni, but I expect to be Sambi and Partey as the 2 players in midfield, and in front you'd have Lacazette as almost a number 10, but sometimes as a striker, and then you'd have Saka and Smith Rowe, who also, to be fair, they drop down into midfield at times to almost put up I call it a 4-4-2 mid block. So that's where we defend as well. So yeah, it will be Partey though. Partey will 100% start.
And say for me, he's probably one of your more outstanding players as well. Because obviously he just looked a lot more attackive than I thought it would be. I thought he was more of a CDM style box to box player. But like say the shots he's having against teams at the moment is outstanding. Getting hit in the post a lot of the time, scoring. I think he scored quite a good goal in your last game. I can't remember, but
corner.
He's just he looks scary for most of our midfield. So like I say, our midfield is looking like probably a Maddison, Tielemans, and I'm guessing Soumare. Maybe do hooks into the fringe a bit there, but for me, like I say, that's the midfield we're gonna have for that. Is that gonna do anything to your team? I guess because obviously,
no, I will.
What do you play at all or?
Look, that midfield you've just named is a very good midfield, so you have to pay respect to that. But that's why I say Arteta might go for El Neni to give that extra defensive assurance, because with all due respect to Aston Villa, Buendia isn't on the same level as Maddison or a Tielemans, especially Tielemans right now in the form he's in. So I do expect Arsenal to that's for me your key. Leicester's midfield is where you operate from. That's where if you can nullify that and those two players, Maddison and Tielemans, Arsenal will be in business. But that's the key there, and that's why I think that you have to be respect, and maybe that is playing El Neni instead of Sambi, who's obviously the younger player and better going forwards.
Yeah, I say, because for me, when we play against more defensive style of teams like Burnley or I wouldn't say Brentford because they're a lot more attacking, but Burnley for us when we played against them, we just couldn't get through them because they just sit back, do what they need to do. Whereas I think that what sort of style of play you're guessing you're going to go into tomorrow, a bit more defensive because of our attack, or are you really going to just go guns blazing tomorrow?
It's weird. It's a bit of half and half. So Arsenal normally start off in the first 20 minutes very fast, electrifying, good pressing, good energy up the pitch, causing issues. And if we normally score in that period of time, but if we don't, we drop into this, as I said, a 4-4-2 mid-block, where it's more defensive, more compact, less pressing, less energy expressed. So, I think that could happen as well. But with Leicester, if you go at them, you're giving them space to counter-attacking. So maybe Arteta might start the opposite, and he might start off a bit deeper. But then again, Arsenal don't win games playing deep football. We just don't do that. Our way of winning football is going at them. And when we go at teams, we can cause issues. Like that Crystal Palace game is the best example. We were all over them for 20 minutes. Yeah. And then he went back into that mid-block and he just let Palace play the game. And Palace are not even good as Leicester, but they will cause Arsenal issues. So I think if we go at you and cause you defence issues, because that is a weak point right now, I believe Arsenal can get a win. But if we sit back and park the bus, then Leicester's points to take. And
like you say, with that, you being a bit more attacking for us, it's probably more of an advantage to us as well, because we like to do it, go on the counter, going our wing back / full back, depending if we do play farther back, going down your wings, getting the crosses in, and with the two strikers fronting, Kelechi and Vardy, we could do some damage. But then again, like you said, if you go attack, if we go attack, it's going to be an end-to-end game and hopefully a big scoreline. But someone did say, I hear it saying about it'd be nice to go fifth in the table with a couple hours at least if we win. I don't know if you know that, but if we did beat you, I think we'll go fifth or fourth. From the start we've had, it was good. But then I'm guessing it's the same for you. I can't remember what position you're in, but
we are 10th right now. But it doesn't really matter for me. I don't really care about positions right now. It's about how many points are you off where you need to be. So we're 3 points off the top 4. So if we were to win, I don't know about goal difference though, but we'd be there and thereabouts. And you know that is important, but because there's so many Arsenal fans right now that obviously don't back Arteta, and they're always saying 10th, 10th, 10th. And I'm like, well, if you're saying it's 10th now, and it matters now because season's not over, if Arsenal were to go 5th or 4th tomorrow, would that then matter as well? Would I then be saying, oh, look, we're 4th?
Yeah,
ultimately, it doesn't really matter until you're there come the end of the season. So, but it's all very, very close right now. I think 10th to 6th are all on the same points or something like that. So, very, very close.
Yeah. I've got someone else in. Ross, are you ready to come in, mate? Yes, Ross. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm Sam. Just getting drinks before I'm going out.
All ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm going out.
Tomorrow's an early kickoff, you know, mate.
I know it's an early kickoff. I'm not going to be hungover and watch it game while my nephew and the sons are playing it area. So watching game. I've already got my outfit sorted.
Ross, just let you know your phone, your fingers on your phone, I think.
Oh, hang on. Is that better?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So, there we go.
Obviously, we're talking about the lineups and obviously all the things injury-wise and whatnot. I don't know if you know, but I said that Perez and Pereira are the looking the iffy ones coming into tomorrow's game. But I'm guessing you'd still start the formation we normally play at the moment, 3-5-2 style.
I think so, yeah. I would. I mean, obviously, you said Ricardo's a doubt, did you say?
Pardon?
Did you say Ricardo's a doubt?
Yeah. That's the only kind of big one because obviously he's on one of our main squads. But I'm guessing you'd go to a bit more of a Castagna on the right then, and then it goes to more of a Bertrand / maybe a Luke Thomas on the left.
I'd say Luke Thomas in my opinion. I just think, I just think Luke Thomas. I think Bertrand's more of a coming on as a backup sub that's my opinion. On that one. But yeah, Castagna needs to be on that right hand side. If Ricardo is injured or a doubt or anything.
Yeah.
Is it obviously got a bug? I've heard a bug or something. That's what I've heard.
Well, I think Ben White. I think Babs was saying about Ben White having it, but he's seen in photos, and I think today at some point that he seems like he's pretty much fit, so there shouldn't be any issue with that. But you never know. You say one day, and the next minute, the whole half the squad's out because of a bug. So you never know.
It can't be as bad as lasagna. I think he knows what I'm talking about.
Lasagna game, mate. Can never forget.
How we all laughed a bit when Tottenham got him. Yeah.
Oh God. Let's see what people are saying. Oddfish is saying we need to stay top. I would. Would you start anyone different instead of Vardy and Kelechi, or would you maybe use Daka?
I think. See, obviously we all want to see Daka, but the way I think he can't drop Vardy because obviously he has a great record against Arsenal, and you can't drop Nacho. I mean, obviously I thought he played well me against Brentford. And obviously that great hold up the ball and great touch to Tielemans to Daka sweaty, and then to Maddison, and it's in. So it's a one of them. You can't, because if you drop one, who are you going to drop and all that stuff? So I still keep it the same. And then Daka got last time when we beat Arsenal at the Emirates, Vardy didn't start, and then he came on at 60th minute, and then 10 minutes later he goes and scores an header or diving header. So it's one of them. No matter who we start, it's going to be Daka with the frightening pace. Vardy was just Vardy, and Nacho with his. I mean, he tends to play well against Arsenal too. He doesn't score. Well, he scored the odd one, but he does play well against Arsenal, Nacho. So I don't know. I mean, no matter who we start, we're gonna hopefully get some goals.
Yeah,
and Arsenal have been playing really well recently. Let's face it, they all got laughed at when they were in August when the that other club, that big club, were top at league, and then they were all laughing at Arsenal, and then 4 games later, Arsenal were above them. So, or beating them 3-1. So, end of the day, it'll be a tough game tomorrow. I'm glad Arsenal won beforehand, before they played Leicester, because it's always one of them where a team don't win for so long and then they go and beat. I'll tell you what, we'll go and beat Leicester. It's all right, we'll go and beat them. So I'm glad they beat somebody before they played Leicester. I mean, it's a big game tomorrow. It's our 12 kickoff, is it? Yeah.
And say, if I could say for me, I said to Babs, for me, I'm not normally scared against like an Arsenal side, but tomorrow, I think it's one of the bigger games because they're playing a lot better than Arsenal normally do. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. But like I say, with the team, you say you've got obviously Ben White probably being fit. Us when not having many injuries out, it should be a good game. So going on to the scoreline. Babs, what is your prediction for the score, and who do you think will score?
I'm not really good at scorelines, so whatever I say never happens. So maybe if I say Leicester win, and Arsenal might get a win. I'm gonna say it's weird. For me, either one team's gonna turn up and just take it and win like 3-1, or it'll be like a 2-2 draw. So I reckon you never drawn to Arsenal.
As far as I'm aware, I can't remember the last time we drew to Arsenal. Was not even in the league. It was in the FA Cup third round back in 2000.
Right, I can't think of a draw, to be fair.
That was the last
what I need is Arsenal versus Leicester performance. The year you won a title, that performance at the King Power.
But that means you won though. You don't want that.
Yeah, that's what I need though. That's what I need.
Is it when they won the league that day? That photo. I remember.
No, that was different. That was the Emirates. I'm talking about the when we came to your round, like 5-2 or something.
And Sanchez completely.
Yeah, Alexis and Ozil just that was a great game. I'm gonna say, I don't know, how do I put this? I'm gonna say 3-1 Arsenal, and that's not a confident 3-1. It's just like, as I said, I think it'll either be one team turns up or it'll be like the other team turns up. It might be 3-1 Leicester.
It was 3-1 last year, to be fair. So
yeah, there you go. And we were worse last year, to be fair.
Yeah, true.
Like I say, it depends how we set up. And like I said, I think it's going to be either one team really shows up and I wouldn't say dominates, but just looks a better team and should win.
Just more clinical.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like I say, when we played United, they started off okay because there was no goal scored. But the moment we scored one goal, they just crumbled. So I'm hoping when it comes to you tomorrow, if whoever, I think for me, whoever gets the first goal probably will go on and win it. I don't know why. I just think it's just going to be hard for whoever team goes behind. It's going to be hard for them to come back with the style of play both teams are playing.
Mm-hmm. We have drew to Arsenal. My apologies. 0-0 2 weeks after we won start of the 16-17 season. That's Jack's just put it in the comments. 0-0.
Yeah.
Wasn't that when we beat you 3-2 or 4-3?
No, that was the year after.
Oh, okay.
That was the year after. So 16-17, we drew 0-0 at the King Power. Now I remember it now, and then obviously beat us at the Emirates. Because until 2018, we've not beaten Arsenal in about in league in years. The last time we beat you in all competitions was in the FA Cup third round replay. Only reason I remember that, 'cause I went to that game. Peggy Arfexa, Tim Flowers was our saviour. Peggy Arfexa was our penalty king. And that game, you had like Omri and Bergkamps. You had Suker. Is that how you say it? Suker, is it?
Yeah, Suker. Yeah.
What a player! I love to. He's on FIFA, he is. But no, I remember that. But no, my scoreline tomorrow. My dad's going tomorrow, and all, so I'm jealous.
Well, you going tomorrow?
I'm not, but my dad is.
Oh.
I didn't know this until yesterday. I'm just in Lidl, there's other shops, by the way. I'm walking in Lidl next minute. Oh, I'm going to the game. Oh, nice of you to tell me. But yeah, my dad's going to the game tomorrow, so I'm going to Spartak Moscow on next Thursday. Well, me and my dad are.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say I think Leicester will snatch it. I think Arsenal will score from a set piece because we don't, like I said, from set pieces we're shocking.
We're very good.
Brilliant.
No, we're the best team in the league right now in set pieces. Like,
Yeah, we're the worst.
So basically, you're going to score
We
from a
scored
set
3 in our
piece.
last 3 games. You're saying?
Brilliant. So you'll score from a set piece then. So set piece goal from Arsenal. Obama who? Is it Obama Clapyang or whatever is it called? I had to go. I can't do it as good as him. But Obama will probably get one. For Leicester, I think probably Tielemans again. I think Tielemans is on fire at the minute, and I love to see Vardy get a last-minute winner right in front of the Arsenal fans. That's me. But I think Leicester win 2-1. I think we'll snatch it. But it will be a very interesting game tomorrow. It's an early kick-off. Leicester Arsenal always produce good games.
Yeah.
Apart from that 0-0, but they always produce classic games. 4-3, 5-2, 3-1, 3-0, you name it. They're just interesting. So yeah, that's fine, isn't it?
For me, I don't know why. I'm going to go for a 2-1, and I think we're going to score first with Vardy. I can just see it now. Tommy Asy's playing so well. Vardy just absolutely batters him for pace, gets around him, goes around the corner, try and actually turn the corner on Gabriel or Ben White, whoever it is, and just slots it in the back corner. And then I think, yeah, you're going to score from a set piece to get to 1-0, and then I think Dak will come on and clinch it in the last minutes, 2-1. For me, it's going to go 2-1. And there we go for Jack as well. Patson to score, come on and score. Exactly, I think that as well. But yeah, I think that might be it. But a few other things before we go. Let's see what we've got. Just a quick question, Ross. Marty, for you, does he start?
100%. You don't, unless there's injuries or suspensions, you don't ever change. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Apart from obviously the circumstances of injury, suspension, or COVID, then I wouldn't change the team. Obviously, you have to change if you're injured. So obviously, if Ricardo's out, Lasagna. I've got that in mind now. Castagna comes in. So yeah, and Luke Thomas comes in for if whatever the case is. But I won't drop a Marty at all. Not a chance. Obviously, he was rested on Wednesday when we played Brighton.
Yeah.
Only one player was started in that Brighton game. Started against Brentford, and that was Cags.
Was it? I thought it was Madison.
Oh, okay, sorry, Madison as well. Yeah, I think.
Oh no, he didn't. He didn't know Madison came on against Brentford.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the team now, just looking from here. Yeah, the only player was Cags.
Yeah.
So you had Ward, Lestergaard, Daly Campbell, Dewsbury, Chowdhury, Thomas, Barnes, Lookman, and Daka.
Baz, before we do end the show off, I'm guessing did you put a weekend side out against Leeds in the cup?
Yeah. The only 2 players that started the Premier League game and started the Carabao Cup was Ben White and Smith Rowe. So yeah, it was a completely changed team.
That's one cup. Do you know what? The question I want to ask actually. Do you think Arsenal will be going to win the League Cup this year now that Man City are out? The only reason I'm asking because for me, I can't remember the last time Arsenal won the League Cup. That's not taking a dig. It's just obviously they may have won it before I was born. Because obviously it was one
Wenger
year
used
you
to
won
discount
it
the competition completely.
They should make it more interesting because obviously I think the League Cup people always put the weekend sides out and then then they only beat us because we're the weekend side. It's like you're still representing that club. But I think it could. I think if Arsenal if they don't get top 4 or top 6, do you think that the League Cup could be the answer? Because obviously you get is it Conference League? Is it whatever it's called? The Europa
I think it's Europa League actually.
Is it Europa League? I can't remember. I know it's one of them. It's definitely one of them. But either way, I think this could be. I mean, obviously we'll want to win it. Of course we do. As long as we don't get you in next round, that's all right. But I think if we don't, yeah, but the thing is though with Sunderland, you never know. Bradford got to the League Cup final 9 years ago. Yeah. They beat Arsenal on the way, and they beat Villa as well. So, Northampton beat Liverpool 1 year, so anything's possible at League Cup. But I think it could be Arsenal's year to win it. It's like the only year I thought they could have won league, and we won it. So we had to snatch it in there. But yeah, that's all I wanted to ask really about the League Cup, because I think they should take it more seriously. I think.
No, I'd say everyone should take it seriously. Sorry, go on, Baz.
No, 100%. I just agree. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's fine then. Right, Ross, we'll let you go, and we'll see you whenever it is. Maybe watch along or whenever. Yeah.
I will come on tomorrow. I won't be as hungover as that a few months ago when I came. I can't remember. I came on to it there. So yes, nice seeing you, Baz, and see you later, everybody.
Yep, see you in a bit, mate. Babs, appreciate you coming on tonight. Obviously, I'm guessing I think Jack got you on, but yeah, appreciate you coming on. Talk about Arsenal. And I hope we have a good game tomorrow. Are you going to the game or?
Nah, I was going, but it's too late. It's too much travelling. But nah, I'm not going. But I'm just looking forward to the game.
Yeah, me too. Right, and I appreciate you coming on, and we'll catch you maybe next time we play Arsenal. So that's it, guys. Appreciate you all coming in tonight. Obviously, make sure to hit all the socials on the Leicester Fan TV show. Obviously, you've got Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Appreciate you coming in tonight. We've got an Arsenal point of view. We don't normally get that sort of kind of fun around here at the moment. Leicester 3-1, Leicester, Vardy, Timmins, Daka, Smith Rowe for Arsenal. Yes, Carl, it's going to take something to stop Liverpool in the Cup, I feel. You never know. You don't know. Europe is the FA Cup. Okay, no, that then. League Cup means nothing to a top 6 team. Exactly. But yeah, appreciate you all coming in. That is the end of the show. Make sure to watch all the other shows coming up on the weekend. You've got the watch along tomorrow with Elijah, maybe. I can't remember. And then you've got Phil on the pre-match and after post-match show and all that stuff. And then you also got the legendary Jamie show on Sunday, the aftermath show at 10 o'clock. But I appreciate you coming in, and we are gonna be back tomorrow. Peace out.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.